afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure meeting you all. We'll get to know each other within a while. Welcome to EAP course. This course is named English, Academic Writing in English for graduate students, but recently we also got approval and it's also open, accessible for undergrads too. If anyone needs, that's why just sharing the information, that's nothing else. Mostly it's designed for grad students because by academic writing we know we mean paper writing, could be book chapters, could be research paper, could be research proposals. You need to write your own papers, you might need to edit your papers, or you might be in the editorial board editing others' papers, or you might be in the committee of peer review, which means you are reviewing other papers. So there could be various goals, objectives, and reasons behind why we need to know the techniques and strategies for academic writing. Before we begin, let's get to know each other. There's a name game that I also learned from someone. I'm also introducing the name game here, and the game goes like this. I cannot only say my name, I have to say all the other names pronounced or introduced before me. Making sense? For instance, I only know 2 participants here today, so let's say she introduces herself as, "Hi, I'm Carol." The next person is, if Jeff, then he would say, "Hi, Carol, my name is Jeff." And the third person, if it's me, I would say, "Hi, Carol and Jeff, I'm Shams." So before introducing your name, you have to pronounce all the other names pronounced before you. So we have to remember, since the beginning, whoever is introducing himself or herself. Is it okay? Yeah? So let's begin. Hi, I'm Shams. I'm sorry, I'm cheating, I'm beginning. So shall we start from this end or from the back?
This end.
Oh, this. Let's pick one side. So either it has to be she or he. Is it okay? So which one shall we toss? You?
Hi, I'm Kyungmo. Kyungmo. It's how to pronounce Kyungmo. You can call me Mo. Yes.
Cool.
It's
Yeah,
easy.
cool. Yeah. So make it easier for the classmates also. So we'll go. Yeah.
My name is Assam.
Also, you have to say my name too.
My name is Kyungmo.
And but I started. Shams.
Hi, Kyung. Sorry, Kyung. My name is Kyungmo. Mo.
Cool.
You can call me Mo.
Hi, Shams. Hi, Mo. My name is Mohammed.
Hi, Science, Mo, and Mohammed. I'm Pooja.
The next.
Hi, Shams. Hi, Mo. Hi, Mohammed, and hi, Buddha. I'm Jilin. You can call me Lin. Lin.
Lin.
Yeah.
Hi, Shams. I Mo. I Mohammed. I Pooja. I
Pooja.
Oh, Pooja.
P. Pa. P. Pooja.
Pooja.
Right?
Pooja. Okay.
Yeah.
I Shams. I Mo. I Mohammed. I Pooja. I Lee.
Lin. Right?
Lee. Link.
Link.
Okay. I Link. My name is Carol.
Nice meeting you. So now let's go to this side. Yeah.
Hi, Shams. Hi, Mo. Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Pooja. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Carol. I'm Lakna.
Lakna.
Yes.
Hi Shams. Hi Mo. Hi Mohammed. Hi Pooja. Hi Lin. Hi Carol. Hi
Lakna.
Natna. My name is Jeff.
Okay. Hi, Shan. Hi, Mo. Hi, Mohammed, Buddha, Jilin, Caroline, and
Lakna.
Lahna.
Lakna.
Sorry, repeat.
So, Lakna.
Lakna. And hi, Jeff. My name is Xiyuan. Xiyuan.
Siwem.
Yes.
Siwem.
Yeah.
Am I pronouncing it right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Thank you.
Thai everyone. Okay, so Hasham, Mo, Mohammed, Pooja, Ling, Carol, Lakna, Jeff.
Sian.
Siwen.
Sure. I'm Raul. I'm Raul.
Raul.
Yes.
Raul. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah,
Raul?
Raul.
It's not gonna be fair.
Hi. Oh, I have to explain to you what was going on. Sorry. Please be seated. Oh, you could have taken the seat. Sorry. Sorry, you had to wait.
No,
You could
I
have
just
just taken the seat.
R-A-U-L.
So we were playing a name game. So everyone had to introduce all the persons before they introduce themselves.
Oh.
So you have to. I'll make it easier. I'll introduce everyone to you. Is that okay?
Okay.
So let's see if I can remember now. Mo. Muhammad. Pooja. Ling. Carol. Lakna. Jeff. Shivam. Am I pronouncing it
Yes.
right? Raul. And what's your name?
Aide. It pronounced like I and they. Aide.
Oh, Aide.
Yeah.
And how do you spell it?
AIDE.
A-I-D-E. Nice.
But it pronounced Aide.
Nice meeting you.
Nice.
So now the second round of introduction is, may I know the disciplines in which department or degree you got enrolled into, either PhD or postdoc or master's, and in which department? Mo.
Hi, again, I'm Mo. I'm studying law. I'm from law school.
Okay.
My major is international law, particularly international criminal law and human rights law. My focus is diversity and human rights issues.
Awesome. So you are doing your master's,
PhD.
PhD, sorry. Yeah. Mom.
Hi, I'm doing my PhD in computer science, majoring in data science.
Nice. Then ID. Aide.
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 And the Master of Global Affairs and Sustainable Development.
Nice. Pooja.
I'm PhD at Department of Biological Science.
Ling.
I'm also a PhD in the biological sciences.
Oh, so we have two biological science students, three biological science students. Nice. Carol.
I am the Fulbright language teaching assistant teaching Swahili.
Nice. Lakna.
A PhD student in the chemistry department.
Okay.
I'm a Fulbright teaching assistant as well, teaching Quechua.
I'm PhD student in biology.
PhD in chemistry.
Nice. So we have quite a multidisciplinary classroom. The reason we need to know the department, I need to know from which discipline you are, because your writing requirements will vary. You would see even the scholarly papers when I'll share from discipline to discipline, it will vary. It might be really different from chemistry to law, or the way the writing style, vocabulary, structures, and everything. I'm particularly from liberal arts background. My major expertise area is literature and cinematic arts. So that's humanities, totally different of writing style compared to science. Anyone from humanities here? Perhaps anyone? Education could be, yes. Like you both of you are into teaching language. Yeah. Anyone? No one else, right? Computer science, law is a totally different style of writing. Chemistry, biology. You are from chemistry. Yes, computer science.
Humanities is also social science, or is
Oh yes, global affairs. Yes, you are. Yeah, so we'll have similarity in writing styles, particularly academic writing or research paper writing. So let's begin. The next stage of this course introductory class is to make you comfortable in the technology that we will be using throughout this course. So for instance, the first thing is, though I didn't write it here, the first actually topic should be Canvas. So are we all in Canvas, anyone is having any difficulty in Canvas, then let me know, please. Yes.
I'm audible. It's okay.
Okay, so you don't have access yet?
I don't have access yet.
Okay, so I can do that. Yeah, I'll just request the others to be a little patient since I resolved this issue. So I need your email ID, Mo.
My email
Yeah.
IKANG2
Are you sure? Did you check? I added you as an auditor.
There is no class information in my Canvas account.
You emailed me, right?
Yes.
About adding you.
Yes.
And I added the. Let me check, double check. So I have to add you as an observer, right? That's what you requested for?
Yes. That's how OIT
Yeah.
asked me to do that.
Can you double check now if you can access or not? Any notification you got?
Yeah, I received. Yeah, I have it.
Got it. Awesome. Anyone else? You are not here also.
Yeah.
I didn't see your name.
Yeah. Can I be added as an observer as well? Or-
Yes. So you're also auditing this course?
Mhm.
Sure. Have we had any email conversation earlier?
Yeah, I sent you an email, but maybe
You sent me an email.
yeah, it's like ACUENCA.
Yep. So you got my email earlier, when I
I replied, but or I can wait until the end of the session.
yeah, no, I got your email ID. Yeah. Just let me add you as an observer. Can you check right now if you have received an email or not? Anyone else? The reason we need to be in Canvas, you might be well aware of it, I'm repeating, because every material, resources, everything you'll see in Canvas, whether things that you have to do before you enter the classroom, as in some pre-class materials, sometimes it could be you have to read something or maybe watch something, simple things and short things, nothing big. There will be no course pressure, I guarantee that. Most of the things you'll be doing here. I'll get to the point of this course goals later. Let's talk about the Canvas thing first. So Canvas is really important. So I need to know, are you all accessing Canvas in the classroom or not? Not today, it's fine, but in future also. For instance, Jeff doesn't have a device. Will you be having a device? Okay, gotcha, cool. Anyone else who will be having any difficulty accessing the device in the classroom? No one, right? So we all have access to the device in the classroom. Cool. Yes, that would be better for me. Easier for me, I would say. It would help me. Next point is, let me show you the other things. Everything you'll see in Canvas module. So let's have a look at the module section. It looks like this. I hope you all can access it. So if you click module, things that you have to look or read or study before the class, that would be titled as or subtitled as pre-class materials, and things that we would perform or we would do something in class that would be in class things. Every week is designed in this way. So this is week 1, right? So and we'll have week 2 also. In week 1, yes, this is Wednesday, so we don't have. In next week we'll have 2 classes, right? Because Monday and Wednesday. So that's the way the whole course plan will go on. I hope you all have seen the lesson plan and syllabus. That's also in the homepage. If you click, or in the syllabus, you'll see that. Any confusion so far? Am I comprehensible and audible? That's all about Canvas modules. Even assignments, everything you'll see in module. If there is a task that you have to do, that you'll see in module as well. The next thing is per user. That's gotcha. Have you used per user before? All of you are new to it? Okay, so let's go through it a little bit. It's nothing difficult, it's just so that we can have the book in the classroom, because everyone might not bring a hard copy in the classroom. So the system will give me access, per user system, to have the book, and we can have a group reading. The significance of per user is not only the way we read PDF, it's not that. It's like what you're reading, I can see that. What you're underlining, I can see that. What you're marking, I can see that. Everyone can see that. Make sense? It's kind of a group reading. So let's say if we are studying one page or one paragraph of a particular chapter, 4 of you, one group, or another 4 of you, another group, we both can see what notes you are marking, underlining, So and also can respond like we do in chat box, in WhatsApp or social media, like you have commented on one line something. Someone can comment on your comment also. So it's quite interactive reading app, or LMS. This learning management system is interactive reading purpose. That's what it serves for. Let me show you an example. Let's say when I open it, we'll not have any assignment, anything here. It's just for interactive reading in classroom. Okay? So is there any confusion? Everything is in Canvas just for interactive reading. If we have to study something together, then this is what I'll use. So this is like this. You can highlight something, you can write something, and whatever I'll write and post, if I enter, everyone else can also see what I have highlighted and commented. That's all. So that's the only purpose I integrated per user in Canvas. It's fun to use per user, so you don't have to carry hard copy book every day. That makes the work easier. Another thing is Panopto. We all have used Panopto, or have you ever used Panopto? A few, not everyone. So, have you checked this video? When I click Panopto, this is one sample video I have uploaded just today. Anyone who could see it? It's okay if you haven't. You couldn't, right? So that's fine. I understand. So it's a 3-minute video maybe. Do all of you have headphones? No. No, everyone might not have, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it that way today. What I wanted to say, the recording of our classroom, if you miss any class, in case, you'll find it here in Panopto video. Also, if I have, there could be other videos too. For instance, like this one. It's better if I could show you an example. Let's play it.
Thank you.
What is this?
Thank you.
Oh, there was an error maybe in the upload. Anyway, so there might be videos in the future that you would see here, apart from the classroom recordings that I might have to give you a message. It's mostly I use for giving you feedback on your writing. Like I mark these things in this way. I give my comments, and I speak. Whatever I have to say. And you can see it. That's it. That's Panopto video for. And Panopto is also interactive video, where I can mark things, I can highlight things. Make sense? So you can, before the class, if you want to know what you have submitted and want to have a feedback, not in public, but in private, so that's what Panopto is for. Cool? Then you can have queries. For that we have Classroom. If you have questions, queries, and confusion. So that's what Panopto, we are done with it now. Where's my slide? Oh, also, I upload the slides always in Canvas. I hope you all can access the slides, right? So, we all know about Zoom. I use Panopto for giving feedback. So if you also see the title where I uploaded that particular sample video like this, it looks like this. It could be in pre-class, it could be in class. Today I kept it in class because I was sure, I have to explain it, that's why. Just like feedback, teaser as in just a sample. I give feedback in Panopto. Whenever I'll read something, a paper or whatever, I'll give feedback in Panopto. Nearpod. Yeah, I have to explain that. Or Padlet. Have you heard these two apps or LMS? Let's see. Where is that? We're done with Canvas module. Gotcha. If you can access this slide, it should be module as well. Okay, can you all click this? It's also inside the slide, by the way. If you're already in the slide, you can see this link, Padlet. This one, this marked one, Padlet. Also, this link is also Padlet. If you're in the slide, you can click it from here. If you're not in the slide, it's okay, click it from Canvas. It's fine, you can take time if you want to start your devices. Any confusion, problem, let me know, I can help you. If you are inside Padlet, I should be able to see you. The link works? Yeah. And if you are inside the link, we'll just have another game now. The game of goals. What goal we all have? I have a few suggestions. Goals for this course. Mostly about strength and fear that we have. That's what I have written here. If you're good in generating ideas, just write yes. Or maybe, I'm not sure. Whatever you feel. You can add and write perhaps. Let me know if you can write or not, if you have access to this or not. The link is giving you the access to write something. Cool. I maintain good flow in writing. Write your name also, by the way. So it's just write your name followed by yes or no, maybe as a sign of agree, disagree, not sure, with the title points. Instruction clear, please? Yeah. Yeah. To help you with the link is helping. Yeah. Mim, can you help her? All good? We all could access the link? So have a look at all the points, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's just a warm-up. It's not a task exercise for this course. Just a warm-up to get acquainted with the system. So there are total 7 points, right? Until A, B, C, D, F, G. Whatever you think you're good at or not, it's fine. Just evaluate your own self. It will help me to know your goals also. Is there anyone who needs my help? Pooja, could you access? Carol? Almost? Okay. We all are doing good? Any tech issue, let me know. We also have computer science PhD students here who might help us out. Huh? No, I know, it's a different thing, that's a different thing. I was kidding also.
Let me know.
Okay, the request is, do not write any answer without your name, then I'll not know actually who wrote it. You know what I mean? Just write your name and then write whatever you want to write. So that I know who wrote it. Yeah. And better to use, in such informal cases, better to use the name that you introduce yourself, so that we get to know who's speaking. We all are done with this. Anyone who might need a few extra minutes, it's fine, let me know. Can you edit whoever wrote? I mean, just a name. That would help me to understand who wrote it. Does it give you the edit access as well, or
Yeah.
yeah? Cool. Yeah. The reason I'm asking again and again because I'm also using these things for the first time, so I need to be sure whether it's accessible or not, editable or not. I mean, I used it in several workshops, but last semester, no, every semester I incorporate something new, just to challenge myself. So it's a new edition in the curriculum in my course. Yeah, Padlet and Nearpod. We are all done? Shall we move to the next? Gotcha, we are almost done with the tech tour. Now we will get into the topic. Before we do that, we have a few significant things to talk about. My first question is, have you guys watched these videos? Anyone? Okay, no worries, no worries. I mean, from the next class, I would announce it before the class. I might not always email as a reminder, so pardon me for that, but just have a look in the module before the next class if you have any pre-class watching videos or not. Okay, so that's it. So that's what I call pre-class task 1, watch videos. That means before the next class, it's better if you finish this, then that would help you to cope up with the thing that I'm talking about. Definitely I'll discuss everything in class, but it would help the listeners, to dive deep if you have a preliminary idea of what the topic is. That's one thing I needed to share. Another thing, I shared some resource materials. These things I have introduced here, and it won't be anywhere in the next modules because we don't need them during the course. You would need it forever. So it's actually writing resource websites which will help you whenever you are stuck with writing paper. These 2 website links. One is from Purdue, another is from another university, and both of them, they have really interesting and wonderful writing labs. And the site is very well developed, so they have touched almost every aspect that we struggle with when we are writing any scholarly writing on paper. Whether it's grammar, sentence structure, examples, topic, questions, queries, whatever. So the reason I shared these 2 links, so that when I'm not here, if you need to find something, if you need to ask something, if you have a query, I hope you'll get here. Okay, so these are center resources, writing resources that will help you always in the academia. Done. This is something I have to submit, these 2 actually, the last 2. I have to submit to my center where I work, here at Notre Dame. EP info form, they need your data and info. Would you mind just clicking it and submitting it for me? Another is class recording consent form. I record every lecture of mine. So I need your consent that it will be recorded and used for other things in the websites and all that. And it should be, I need your approval for it. Yeah. Once we're done with this, then we'll get into the topic. Both of the links, they give you access to submit. Anyone who did it earlier? Oh, Lakna did it earlier, and Shivam. Sivan. Yeah. Sorry, if I'm mistaken, then correct me always. No worries. Huh? Yeah, thank you. Sivan. How do you spell it?
X-I-Y-U-N.
S-I-Y.
X
X-I-Y.
Yeah.
X-I-Y.
U
U-A-N.
Yeah.
Xian. Let me know once you're done with these two forms. Done? Thank you. Well, all done? Yeah, cool. Nice. There is something called syllabus quiz warm-up that will ensure me and my center that you have read the syllabus. So would you mind just clicking it and just do whatever it tells you to do? And if you haven't read the syllabus, then you can always go back and have a look at it. It's in the syllabus or homepage section. So,
Muscle there's nothing about muscle.
sorry. Oh,
I think we have
And
access.
also
because
concept of-
observer.
Yeah, we have access to all the materials, but we don't have access to the actual.
That's fine. Forget it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the non-observers.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's fine until you have access to all the materials. That's good.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
I'm feeling great.
Access everything.
Cool. Awesome. It should not be a long quiz. It might be a very small one, right? Is it long, Jeff?
I cannot find the answers.
Oh, you can just write whatever you want. You know, it's there's nothing wrong in being wrong here. No marks will be deducted actually. So, yeah, just go. It might show you the answers automatically. Does it? No. Oh, cool. Then fine. Then you don't have to worry about being wrong. There might be 2-3 questions, perhaps. Something like that. You all are done with it? Or are you thinking the answers? Okay. We're done? Done? Then we all can look at the screen, and now I'm going to talk about the scholarly articles you asked for. We all have submitted. Can we see all our names here? We all are present? Yeah.
Just me.
You're not present here?
Okay.
Yeah. You are not here. Have you submitted your articles to me? No. Oh, fine. No worries. No worries. So that's just I was worried about. If you have sent me an email and I did not upload, then let me know. If I have missed your email, that's what I mean, because you know, in the thread, when you have 10, 12, 15 emails coming and going, and I'm responding, so I might miss emails. So we all are here. If you have emailed me, good. So let's see. Another thing. I went through the articles as far as possible. Definitely, I did not read the whole ones, but I have one query. Perhaps, Mohammed, you have submitted articles written by you.
Right.
Yeah, but the instruction was.
Right. It was clear, but I'm just changing my major. I
Okay.
have a master's degree in business administration.
Oh,
So I'm going back to computer science because I have a bachelor degree in computer science.
okay. So you mean,
Redo with a master's degree, then PhD.
okay. Yeah, but I found one.
Right.
From,
Which one is interesting?
yeah, one about fake news and rumor. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was reading. So what we do in this course, before we move into, I mean, you already have the syllabus, lesson plan and everything, you know what topics we'll be covering, but I'm just giving you a heads up for it. Let's say, just as a sample, I opened this one. So, mostly in writing, there are two differences. One is we call objective writing. Another is emotive. My handwriting is terrible? Okay. Objective, emotive. There are two kinds of language. So why we are here, we need to know this objective writing style. In terms of structure, and in terms of language or linguistic approach. Emotive writing, that's a different section, different category. It's creative writing, it could be personal writing, personal narrative. Okay? When we use mostly I-we based opinion, the difference between objective and emotive is this is evidence based. This is not emotion based, that's why it's not called emotive writing. Every sentence either cited or can be proven. So everything we utter based on evidences, that's why we call it objective writing. There are many features of objective writing. Those videos are also for that, the pre-watch videos that you have in Canvas. So why I'm saying this, just a basic introduction. What is actually academic writing? It only focuses on objective writing. That's the first thing. Second thing, why we need it, as I have explained already, you are writing papers. How to organize your evidences, your data, into a good flow. As you have responded to the Padlet thing, where you have already responded like, yeah, I'm good with flow, or maybe I'm not sure about my flow or vocabularies. So whatever linguistic approach we have, we'll go through that throughout this course. Also, we'll go through the structure. Structure as in not the paper structure. Structure as in not only the paper structure, definitely we'll talk about the paper structure. Paper as in research paper, but also structure as in each paragraph has a structure. For instance, let me show you an example from one of your papers, like this. So let's say if right now I talk about these 5-7 lines here, we all can read. I can zoom more. What happened here? groups. Library. Let's say this. Let's say this. Gotcha. This is the one. This.
You are zooming the website, not the paper. So you have to download it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Oh, it's fine. I hope if you cannot read from this screen, you can also see it per user in your device. So let's have a look. What I was trying to say is the structural and linguistic approach. What do I mean by that? So we will be studying in this course, for instance, not about, we all know that we need to know, we write abstract and introduction, there is a methodology, then we have discussion, conclusion, bibliography at the end. So that's the basic structure that we all follow in writing academic paper. But what I mean is, every paragraph has structure. So we gotta know every paragraph, like abstract, these 7 lines, what structure it has. For instance, it has a background structure. It starts with a background. The first sentence, for instance, this study investigates the effects of 3 instruction modalities. So the first sentence is actually the background. The second sentence, if you see, the intonation of their oral reading was compared in a post-test or pre-test design. This is called, the second sentence is called the method. I mean, it would be different from discipline to discipline, but what I mean is, it has followed a basic IMRD structure, particularly this abstract. IMRD. This one paragraph. Introduction, method, result. It discusses one limitation in the end. In these 4 lines, we talked about these 4 things. For instance, we'll get to know all these things by the way. We'll have exercises, materials of all this. I'm just giving a short trailer of what this course will be focusing. So this is the structural thing I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the language or linguistic approach, vocabulary or choice of words or grammar. We'll have those as well in the course. So I was saying, the first sentence is actually introducing this research. The second sentence is actually talking about the method. The third sentence, the results suggest that. So this is the third sentence. The fourth, it discusses one anomaly, one shift in the graph, one change in the pattern. However, the pitch range expansion was significant only for males. So one limitation or one shift in the graph, that's not a common pattern, that also was mentioned. That's it, the abstract is done. So it has this particular abstract is. So all abstracts are like this? No, that I won't say. We would see other examples of different abstracts where, apart from IMRD, might be something else was also introduced. So that's how we will study each paragraph and structural linguistic approach. We'll get to know what I mean by linguistic approach. So by the time we get into this course, we'll understand, hopefully at the end of the course, we'll understand when we read our own paper, am I following the correct structure when I'm composing a paragraph? Structurally, as well as linguistically. So let's have a look at the linguistic approach. For instance,
Excuse me, could you repeat what D stands for?
IMRD. Oh, sorry, I should have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just-
We'll have the course, by the way. I mean, it's when we'll study abstract, we'll have a detailed slide and everything on this. This is introduction. M is method. Thank you for asking. R is result. D for discussion. So these are particularly for this abstract I'm saying. So we have IMRD structure in this. So whenever we'll be reading up an article or a scholarly article or paper, we'll try to see if it follows certain structures or not. And Now let's have a look at a few examples of linguistic approach. This study investigates. So we see a verb investigates. Now I'm talking about the grammar. It has, this structure is, are we aware of this word? We have classes on grammar, don't worry about it. I mean, I'm just giving a glimpse of the course. Okay, so ergative verb. Have you heard of it? Anyone? So ergative verb is verbs that look like active, but they mean passive. Now the next question is, what is active and what is passive? Anyone has this question, or we know it?
Yeah, I understand this. In the sentence. Investigate, who is investigating?
Right. So it's a doer. The doer is actually not here because I am investigating. I am writing my own paper, right? Or we are investigating if a team is researching. So we are investigating, but we write, this study investigates. Another example, the results suggest. Actually, you are suggesting who is writing. It could be singular or plural, right? So ergative verb is the water boiled, the door opened. It didn't open by itself, I opened it, or someone is boiling the water. So those are verbs which looks like active. Active means the doer is present. Passive means doer is absent. We know the difference? Active and passive. I can give you another example. Like, for instance, I was told to do so. So I didn't mention the doer. Who told me I didn't mention? So it's a passive structure. The doer is absent actually. If I write, someone told me to do so, then this is an active structure. So now let's forget this and we'll come to the academic style. The results suggest. So we use this style. These are not ergative verbs, by the way. These are not ergative verbs, but it looks like ergative verbs. That's why I brought this topic. Right? They did not use passive structure here. They are using study, suggesting, demonstrate, this kind of verbs you'll see. The results demonstrate that, indicate that, right? So we do not mention I or we, but you would see in your own scholarly articles that you submitted to me, somewhere you would see pronouns. Now, that you see only mostly in scientific discipline, I would say. When there's a lab experiment going, you are inventing something or maybe theorizing something. In liberal arts, you would hardly see that. Am I making sense? In liberal arts or humanities, you'd hardly see that. If you are doing a lab experiment, let's say you're a scientist, you would see in those papers first person pronoun. That's the difference. Making sense? Otherwise, you would never see first person pronoun. Or we should not use, let's put it in that way, first person pronoun. So those are the linguistic approach we'll be dealing with throughout this course. How to study the language. We see a passive also in the second sentence. The intonation of their oral reading was compared. Right? Was compared. Why? Because the subject is intonation. It did not say, I compared the intonation, or we compared if it's plural researchers. It's talking about the subject. So we try to, in objective writing, as I was talking about, in emotive writing, we use pronouns, but in objective writing, we never use pronouns. We try to make the content the subject of the sentence. So that's how we will go through. And where we use linkers, like however, and other sentence connectors or bridges, also known as bridges or connectors or discourse markers, many things that it's known by. However, or on the other hand, moreover, and all that. So there's a huge list: when to use, when not to use, how to use. So all this linguistic approach will be also a part of our course throughout this semester. Any question, confusion? So we'll have a structural approach and a linguistic approach to the scholarly articles we'll be studying. And you can now see the syllabus, how each topic, let's say the next class would be on diagnostic writing, which is for me to understand the present condition from where I should begin. You know what I mean? So this course actually is, I cannot fix it always every semester, like this is what I'll be teaching. No matter how much I fix it, I have to shift it. Because it also depends on my audience, depends on the condition of the audience. So when I'll get to know your present condition, for that I have a little task, a very tiny task. There's an article that you can read, not now, not today. So it's here. Definitely complete all the pre-task things that you have if you couldn't do before the next class. There are videos and all that. If you have queries, we are in class, you can ask me. So let's say, where is this? So next class, lecture 2A, watch the videos. There is an article, maybe one page. Just read it, that's it. Then we might discuss about that article. We might do some, okay, let's summarize the article in 5 lines. We might do this kind of stuff so that I get to know your present English writing style and language approach. Once I get to know it, it's not a task exam marks. Once I get to know whatever your style is, it will help me in developing the future modules that you might need to develop from which point you are. If you're in level 5, we'll be focusing to jump to level 6, right? If you're in level 1, no worries, we'll be working to go to level 2. And I understand it would vary from person to person, that's also fine. Make sense? Good to go? That's all for today. Any questions, queries, or anything you want to say, feel free. Do I speak too fast? Should I be slow? All good? Wonderful. It was a pleasure meeting you all.